Hello, folks. I greet you. Welcome, one and all, to another program in the series, Journalist Hangout on Sunday. I am Citizen Jones Hussein, and today on the program, Nigerians in Germany beg President Tinubu to show mercy, grant Nnamdi Kanu presidential pardon. Now, governors, senators, security chiefs, and experts gather in Kaduna for the zonal session of the Senate's National Security Summit, call for a unified security architecture, state police, and urgent reforms to confront rising banditry and kidnappings in the region. And later on, we'll share this with you. President Tinubu nominates former INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, former Aviation Minister Fani Kayode, Reno Omokri, former governors, and others as ambassadors. I'm hanging out with the one, the only Babajide Kolade Otitoju. We expect him very shortly. And Mayor Akikmelu. The team is ready. I hope you are. Okay, folks, let's hit the road. The first story, the Nnamdi Kanu saga continues to attract attention, even as it divides the opinion in the land. Ndi Igbo in Germany and Nigerians in diaspora have appealed to President Bola Tinubu to show compassion by granting presidential pardon to the convicted leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal was made in a communique signed by Benjamin Chinaka and coordinator Chinasa Ezeji. May we mention that a presidential pardon does not overturn a conviction. It is about forgiveness for the crime. Mayor.
There's nothing wrong in asking for mercy. All of us have said over time that there is need for a political solution to the problem. But before you can ask for a political solution, before you can ask for mercy from Mr. President, you ask yourself the question, is Nnamdi Kanu ready to renounce violence? Is he ready to give undertaking that his followers will be of good behavior?
Add this to renounce the agitation?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You have to renounce the agitation. Okay. Because the problem that he had to do with wanting to establish a state of Biafra. Yeah. So, and he has to renounce that. He has to not only renounce it.
As part of the...
No, he has to renounce it. That is the first step.
Okay.
Because when you want to get pardon for somebody that has been convicted for terrorism, the leaders of thought in the Southeast must have a meeting with the president, and then Nnamdi Kanu must be able to assure everybody that he's ready to renounce violence and that his followers will be of good behavior. Yeah. Then these leaders of thought will now serve as guarantors to that undertaking. Okay. Then the president cannot go ahead and give presidential pardon. You cannot ask for presidential pardon when you are not even sure that the man you want pardon for has agreed to renounce violence. Okay. That is extremely important.
Well, you know, as I said in my intro, the Nnamdi Kanu saga will split opinion in the land. So his followers, many of them have talked about referendum, and it is not there in the Constitution.
You see, it is not out of place for a nationality wanting independence from a political, geographical agreement. Yeah. It is not out of place, but there are procedures for it. You cannot say that, oh, we want independence, we want to create a state of Biafra, and then you believe that you can only achieve that through violence, either against the state or against the same people you are claiming you want to get Biafra for.
Mayor, a bit of history will help us here. We had been there before. You remember southwest Cameroon used to be part of Nigeria, if you remember.
Yes.
You remember Nigeria's old map?
Yes, yes.
The people wanted to go away, but there was a plebiscite.
Yes.
Organized.
Yes.
By the United Nations.
And some people opted to join Nigeria. That is why Adamawa, for example, former President Atiku's hometown. He used to be in Cameroon.
Yes, yes.
But they decided to now join Nigeria. So that's what I'm saying, that it is not out of place to do that. There are a lot of countries that have agreed that they don't want to be together.
But it must follow a set-down rule.
Yes, but there are procedures of going about that. And then if you agitate, you can agitate, but you do that through peaceful means. There have been so many countries that used to be together that have gone their different ways. India, Pakistan, Indonesia.
No, the old USSR, if you remember.
Yes, that's so many countries that have been together that have gone their different ways. But what we are saying is that you cannot use violence to want to achieve that. You cannot go on so-called Radio Biafra and be inciting people to kill security officials, to destroy places within Nigeria. We saw it. There are evidence to show that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. But be that as it may, he has had a date in court. The court has given a verdict. You understand?
Yeah.
But if the Igbos in Germany and Igbos any other place wants him to be pardoned, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, everybody has been saying that there should be a political situation so that we can move forward.
Oh, you mean solution.
But the person that you want to get this pardon for must agree that...
Show remorse.
Yes, must show remorse. Must agree that, okay, we need to move forward. We want to renounce violence. I will give undertaking that my leader, my followers will do same. Then we can now say, okay, fine, let us move forward. But if you have if the guy doesn't renounce violence, or if he still believes in the IPOP, why should they give him presidential pardon?
Mayor, is it relevant here to talk about Nnamdi Kanu's Biafra map?
You see, it's so-called Biafra map.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Don't let us even go there. That one is a joke because in the Biafra map that they introduced, nationalities that did not agree with what he was agitating for were included in it. You understand? In Cross River, in Akwa Ibom, in Benue, in Benue,
in Ondo,
up to the time of Ondo. So you cannot sit down and say that you want to establish the state of Biafra, and then you incorporate people that are not part of your agitation or do not agree with you or do not share the same views with you. Yeah. So that one is a joke. We don't even bother about that. Let us concentrate on that. There are some people within the South Street sub-region in Nigeria who believe that they have been marginalized, who believe that they don't want to be part of the Nigerian state and they want Biafra. It's not all Igbos. We have to establish that. But there are some people, yes, they are entitled to feel like that. But what they are not entitled to is to want to bring about that state of Biafra with the use of force. That's a different ballgame.
Mayor, the whole thing became like a jigsaw when the Monday sit at home was pronounced. We thought it was not doing his people good.
Not only that it's not doing his people good, because, like I said, if you want to achieve something and you believe that you can only achieve that with the use of force, and then you use that same force on your people, the people that you want to create that state of Biafra for, it shows lack of knowledge and lack of tact and lack of strategy. Because you cannot inflict violence on the people that you want to rule over, or the people that you want to put in the same state of Biafra, and you will inflict so much of it, because not only that, if you defy that Monday sit at home, they will inflict so much violence on you. And you understand? And then when you do that, it shows that a lot of people are not in agreement with that state of Biafra, but because of fear, they will go along with it. Ab initio, you are on the wrong path, because you cannot claim you are fighting for me, and then I'm scared of you. You have inflicted so much pain on me. A lot of people lost businesses. In fact, that sit at home has the entire South is back several years.
Yeah, but we must thank Governor Peter Amba of Hangou. That's regarding this sit at home.
No, yes, but when you look at that, he defied it. When you look at that, it's an indictment on the elites, the Igbo elites in the Southeast. It's a big indictment on them, because why it is a big indictment on them is that they should be able to have stood up to say no. In as much that we don't have any problem with what you are agitating for, You cannot do this.
Yeah.
And then they will have shown courage. But a lot of them were cowards. They were scared of what will happen to them. So they allowed that thing to fester for a long time. Until Uba came and said, no, I'm not going to allow this in my state.
Yeah.
And he was able to stop the nonsense. So we have to also criticize the elites of the Southeast for being an enabler to Nnamdi Kanu.
But does it not bother you that it has taken a whole 10 years for this to come?
Is the conviction?
No.
What?
The plea.
The plea?
No,
yes, I can understand what they are doing. The plea had to come because they have to see to the end of it. As at the time, within that same 10 years, they were thinking they were going to succeed from what they were doing, that they were going to succeed, or they want to see how it will pan out.
Yeah.
But eventually, after he has had his day in court and he has been convicted, it's obvious that the only thing they can do, why some people will still follow the appeal route, some people now believe that it is now important for us to appeal to the president for
Mayor, we
pardon.
are joined by team leader, the one, the only, Babajide Kolade Otitojo. BKO, I greet you.
Good afternoon, citizen.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, viewers.
We're broaching the Nnamdi Kanu story. Of course, you know the story. Ndebo, especially those in Germany and Nigerians in diaspora, are asking for a presidential pardon for him.
Yeah, I read the story. I think it's something that the president can consider, but in my view, Nnamdi Kanu is making life even more difficult for himself. He's behaving like he shouldn't have been tried at all. You know, he did not defend himself in the court of first instance, which means that he cannot legally get himself out of the bind that he finds himself now, because what you didn't plead in the court of first instance, you can't then go to the appeal court
and plead it.
Yes. So the appeal court will look at the case, will try to find out whether the judges at the lower court erred in law.
Yeah.
That's what they are interested. They are not interested in you bringing witnesses, saying this, saying that. So he dug himself into a hole by refusing to exercise his rights to defend himself. So now, if they are to look at a presidential pardon or prerogative of mercy about the president, it is usually given to people who show remorse.
Remorse, yeah.
They usually point to the fact, okay, while in prison, they've changed, you know. So, but I don't know how the way Kanu was abusing people in court, the way he was beating his own lawyers, I don't think that is symptomatic of a
penitent mind.
Somebody who is remorseful.
Yeah.
So it makes it, at a point, he looked remorseful and he was even saying, look, whatever condition I will abide. I remember when he made that statement in open court. But I guess he became frustrated. He then turned against everybody, turned against his own lawyers, turned against the judge.
His intemperate language is what bothers me here.
And conduct, not just the language, the conduct. Even when the judge said, okay, take the mic from him, he continued to talk.
Okay.
And the security people were not ready to handle him, so they were still begging him. Those DSS guys were still saying, calm down, and was saying, don't touch me, don't, you know. So I believe that you can never say never, you know. It's within the rights of the president to consider their demand. But I also think, as I've said in the past, anybody who thinks is entitled to this kind of intervention on the part of the president, his conduct must show that he deserved it. And he must be ready to abide by conditions. People saying that they should give him unconditional pardon, or people like Peter Obi who are saying he shouldn't have been arrested in the first place. They are not helping matters. This is not the time to play to the gallery. This is the time to face reality.
BK, we are joined by a gentleman from Mayor Akekpelo's Ikorodu. So let's welcome Lanre. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yeah, let's hear you. Welcome.
Yeah. I just want to make my comment on journalist hangout.
Go on.
I've listened to your program, and I like when Babajide and some of your guests give opinion on punishing bad deeds, not allowing bad deeds to just go without punishment.
Yeah.
So entertaining pardon for somebody that committed that grave offense against humanity, the Igbo people, and bringing my presidential pardon at this stage, then he will not learn anything. Another person will come up and do the same thing. The program should not entertain any mercy. It needs to be punished for what he did.
Lanre, thank you for your intervention. Gentlemen, we got him first time.
Yeah.
So,
I think I agree with him that it's a bit too early to bring that conversation. It's a bit too early. We were just convicted,
not quite.
And they want to go on appeal.
A month.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say, have you heard a school of thought in Nigeria that tends to compare the Nnamdi Kanu saga to Igboho, Sunday Igboho, but they are not?
No, it's completely different. Sunday Igboho is part of an organization that also wants Oduduwa Republic.
Okay.
But the people of Southwest, the Yorubas themselves, do not agree with him.
Okay.
They did not agree with him. They did not allow him. He was also saying at the initial stage, he was talking like the guy was doing, but most times his own was going into the forest to say that, the herders that were disturbing the farmers in the Ogun area, he wants to fight against them. Then later he got too excited because of the support people gave him at that time, and he joined the Oduduwa Republic thing, and it was shut down. Nobody listened to him.
So the two cases
So
are
that's
different.
the difference. That's what I'm saying, that the elites, the political elites in the Southeast, they did not show enough courage to be able to tell
even those who reared
this guy the truth.
Those who reared their heads in Oyo State on the matter of Oduduwa, their houses were demolished, they were arrested and locked up.
Yes.
So to show that, look, we are not interested in what you are
doing.
And it didn't get traction, it didn't get support from the Yoruba people. And it didn't
he didn't use the kind of violence over the years.
Idea with which people were being killed, and he did not order that there should be certain houses ablaze and all that. No, so these are different things. I don't know why people are
it is completely different.
Listen, oranges and apples.
Okay, let the debate continue wherever you might be, but let's go to our next story. You know, the time to do the right thing is never out.